Ladies and gentlemen, on the screen, you will see a couple of important indicators. We've got a horizontal level first and foremost at 61K, which is our major support zone on Bitcoin, right? It was actually the bottom of the range until last month when we broke it down and saw a big correction. We saw a correction on Bitcoin spanning about 13 or 14%. And on altcoins, it was about 20%. On Ethereum, it was about 20% as well. So it actually decimated, really, the altcoin market. It was quite scary because with that drop and with this support lost, we were just in a downwards trend. A lot of people are saying we were going to be entering a double top formation and going much, much lower. Luckily, a few things saved us. We discussed them on this channel before. I'm not going to waste your time by discussing them again today. Fact of the matter is we're back above that critical level, and now we're actually back testing some very important indicators. So yes, we are above the 61K support zone, but we're not yet above things like the bull market support band, things like the pi cycle center lines. These are the things, right, that kind of led to the drop. The fact that we lost these levels is what led to the breakdown below 61K. It's what led to the big drop downwards on Bitcoin and specifically altcoins, which got absolutely slaughtered, right? So the retest of these levels is very important. We need to get back above these levels. I think we will. I think that Bitcoin is setting up to get above them quite shortly, really. I think right now Bitcoin is broken out from a major descending resistance line. It's come upwards. It's now consolidating in a bullish pennant formation, right? A bullish pennant formation, as you can see on the screen here, on top of a 63.5K support zone. These formations generally do break to the upside. Even if it doesn't, we do have the major support at 61 to go back to. Overall, I think Bitcoin looks good right now. And so the question becomes, well, obviously, first and foremost, we need to get back above them. But assuming we do, right, the question becomes, did the drop actually do any damage, right? Has this changed the game here? That's the question, because I think my personal concern, I was speaking about it for many weeks, my personal concern was that seeing this drop has invalidated a lot of these indicators and invalidated a lot of macro reliability for Bitcoin, but specifically also the altcoin market, because the altcoin market was on the brink of seeing a altcoin season on a structural trend basis. So is that altcoin season still in play? Have we salvaged the structural trends on the altcoin market? Will we see the altcoin season? Those are the questions we're asking today. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into it, a couple of things to check out. The Bitfinex and BingX exchanges. These are both global non-KYC exchanges. You won't have to worry about exchange KYC regulation here. They're both very low in trading fees. BingX is a major exchange. Bitfinex is a bit smaller here, but it's got lower trading fees. They've both never been hacked before. And with my referral links down below, you can make the already cheap fees on these exchanges even cheaper with my 15% referral link trading fee discount for life. On every single buy and sell you make, you'll get a 15% discount if you sign up with my link. And also, if you sign up with my link, you'll get a chance to win 5,500 USDT out the gate on Bitfinex and 4,000 on BingX. So use my links down below, get on a good exchange, and get those bonuses and rewards with my links as well. Guys, let's get back into the content here. Right, so we know Bitcoin's in a decent position. We know Bitcoin has a blockade to get above here. We've always said that. We've always said the bull market support band, pi cycle center lines are going to be what's important for Bitcoin to get back above. It's really not that much different for altcoins, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Now here is the altcoin market cap. It's called the Total 3 cryptocurrency market cap. It measures the valuation of altcoins, right, minus Bitcoin, minus Ethereum. So just purely the altcoin market here. And it has a 5-step pattern. Now, I've spoken about this many times before, and you're probably aware of it by now. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to explain it to you quite briefly here. The 5-step pattern is a structural trend, right? So you can see in the last cycle, step 1, what was step 1? Step 1 was bottoming out. That was the bear market bottom. Step 2 was the kind of top against the bear market resistance. Step 3 was testing that bear market resistance once more, consolidating. Step 4 was breaking above the bear market resistance, flipping it, and then step 5 was breaching the prior all-time high and entering an altcoin season, right? And when I say entering an altcoin season, I mean that the end of step 4, breaking above step 4, is what lined up with Bitcoin dominance going downwards viciously. So as you can see here in orange, we have Bitcoin dominance, which measures the strength of Bitcoin in relation to altcoins. Obviously, when Bitcoin dominance goes down, that means altcoins have taken dominance, and that means you're seeing an altcoin season. Now, you'll see that orange line took a massive dip downwards at the end of step 4, meaning at the end of step 4 and the start of step 5 was the trigger of the altcoin season. That's exactly what happened last cycle. Now, we could very well be doing the same thing, even with the deviation we saw the other week. I'll explain this more in a second, but let's just show you the pattern that's happening here again. So we have the step 5 pattern, or the 5-step pattern, I should say, in the last cycle. Right now, we are following the same pattern. Okay, we bottomed out, step 1, step 2, consolidating on the bear market resistance, step 3, first consolidation, step 4, final consolidation, and step 5, if we manage to break step 4, would be a parabolic bull market with an explosive altcoin season. Very important to note that the whole idea of a parabolic bull market implies an altcoin season occurring. You don't see mass euphoria, mass greed without altcoins dominating the market, because people get bored with Bitcoin returns. Bitcoin can only go so fast, right? The only reason you see these massive bull markets is because altcoins exist and people look for higher returns in altcoins. They flip their money from Bitcoin into altcoins seeking higher returns. And obviously that's unsustainable, which is why eventually it crashes down into a massive bear market, right? So the whole point is, with the breakdown from a couple of key things, let me explain. There's 3 key things I was looking at with this structural trend, okay? The first one was this. We had always held the bull market support band on step 3 and on step 4. The fact that we broke below the bull market support band this time, as well as the ascending blue support line, by the way, which forms before step 3, we broke both of those things for downside. That was very concerning, and that led me to believe that this structural trend was probably broken. However, I may have simply been looking at the wrong thing, and I don't think that's through fault of my own. I think I was right to look at the wrong thing here. That sentence sounds like it doesn't make sense, but it actually does. Because there's 3 things I was looking at, right? One of them was the bull market support band. One of them was the ascending support line. But the third thing was the top of the step 3 push to the upside, right? You can see the top of step 3, retesting that top right here and bouncing off that retest. We did that in the last cycle. The top of step 3 on the weekly candle close, retesting it and bouncing off of it. It just so happens that in the last cycle, we also held the bull market support band and the ascending support line. This time, we didn't hold the bull market support band and the ascending support line. We only managed to hold the horizontal support line. So this structural trend actually very well could be intact. And what this cycle shows us, if this structural trend ends up playing out properly, it shows us that the bull market support band is actually losing validity, not only on the altcoin market cap, but also on Bitcoin. Because remember, bull market support band broke down on Bitcoin as well. I think there was completely adequate reason to be fearful. At no point was I saying the bull market was over. I was saying the bull market was changing, and I actually stand by that. I think the bull market has changed because these indicators, pi cycle, center lines, bull market support bands, they have been the basis of every single bottom call in previous bull markets that you could have made, right? Look at 2016, 2017. I always go back to this example. The entire way up without fail, we held the bull market support band and the pi cycle lines. The entire way down, with 1 point of failure, we held those levels. When we got above them, we got back into a massively bullish market. When we got below them again, we entered that COVID period. When we got above them again, we entered the bull market in 2021 and altcoin season. These are levels that have not historically failed, and this does mark their first failures. We only saw 1 week of downwards, and if we get back above them successfully here, they will have lost massive degrees of validity. So we have to look for different things. So this drop is actually, regardless of what you think about this drop, regardless of what you think, doesn't really matter. Fact of the matter is, it's been very insightful. It's actually shed a lot of light on what we need to be focusing on. And perhaps the bull market support band, which is what a lot of people conventionally focus on, is now something we need to kind of leave behind a little bit, or look at a lot less, or hold less weight to, which is a big deal because the YouTubers like Benjamin Cohen base their entire channels around the bull market support band. So it's not like it's just me saying this. These are big things to have lost validity for. But I suppose the good news is, the structural trend, if we just go a little bit higher here and just get over these levels, these structural trends, in my opinion, are still intact. And so therefore we should be seeing an altcoin season start to begin next. We've just got that one little roadblock ahead. We just need to get above them properly. Exact same story on Ethereum. Ethereum, unlike the Total 3, has an 8-step pattern. And it's the same conclusions, it's the same analysis, the same thing going on. In fact, Ethereum didn't even break below its low. It went for a horizontal low, a double bottom type thing, which is showing us that Ethereum's actually even more bullish and supporting the altcoin season argument a bit more. So my personal opinion on cryptocurrency right now, I've never been bearish. I've always been macro bullish. But I will say that it's not looking too bad. As I said, we literally just need one more move to the upside. We just need to get above these indicators just for maximum clearance, to make sure we're not just seeing a resistance support flip, to make sure we're not just going to go down from here. We just need to get above those indicators properly, and then I'll be happy to label this as a deviation. A deviation that there was no way of us seeing coming, a brutal deviation. You know, I dropped downwards on Bitcoin that, you know, literally stemmed 25%. And altcoins dropped 40%. Okay, I don't think it was a very light deviation. It wasn't light work. It wasn't easy to get through. Let me just say that. You know, altcoins got slaughtered, guys. We had a lot of the altcoin market cap tied up in meme coins, and traditional altcoins in the top 100. Some of them are down 60, 70%. Some of them will never recover. Right? That's the simple reality. Right, a lot of them, actually, probably 40 of the top 100 are below their October 2023 lows. Those coins are dead forever. So this is a massive flush out here. And it's not something to be joked around about. That deviation was a brutal deviation. But now that we've seen it, all we need to do is move a little bit higher, and then I'll be happy to label it just that, a deviation before the altcoin season. So I'm pretty excited to see what will happen next. Guys, with that said, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Go ahead and check out our VIP group on Telegram. We trade altcoins 4 to 5 times a week. During that correction on altcoins, the VIP group was one of the only VIP groups out there that walked away with huge profits. In fact, it was the most profitable period of time in that cataclysmic drop that we've seen in over a year on VIP. So we make money on VIP regardless of the market's going up, down, or sideways. We're still making money in there. If you want to join VIP, you can do so. We've got a group chat. We've got a trading group. We've got all the results transparent. You can view them in a PDF format. Check them out. And also we've got the Crypto Academy's Become a Trader 10 unit course. It's on sale right now. If you want to learn how to trade, you want to learn TA like I do, or like I'm showing you in my videos, I should say. I already know TA, I assure you I've made the course. You can check it out in this website. We've got the blurb for the course, we've got everything it shows you, all the unit details, etc., and the contact information for making a payment if you're interested in joining. And then again, Bitunix, BingX, Global Non-KYC, my links are down below for rewards and discounts. Get on a good exchange. Thanks guys, have a good one.